The summer was very good when I said, look, I'm not going to the young driver test. Alonso creates, big polemics and against Ferrari, against Pirelli, against the world, Alonso. Kimi was not going and it's funny.
So you will be at Ferrari next season?
We learned that doing 4 press conferences in a weekend in 3 different languages, 2 of them are not my mother language, and even the Spanish, I'm from the north, I don't speak perfect Spanish, means that they can be mistakes and they can be misunderstandings. It's difficult, but we need to be together, we need to be united, we need to win this championship.
It's special. Sometimes stop and think about what I'm doing, and it's so special. I leave Italy to play with car, like a child. Played with a little car when I was child, more bigger now.
Si è buttato in mezzo alla gente, ha cantato una canzone, trasportato.
I love music, rock and roll. F1 is important, the results, but you have to think that we don't save life.
Now start the first race. All the people take the luggage and run, until the front desk of the airport. It's a secret. Nobody knows.
Some people take it more seriously than others. Where do you fit into that?
Well, I won, didn't I? So that pretty much gives you the answer.
I let him win. He's an engineer. Some people, some English people, become Italian.
The spirit and the heart and the passion of the team is fundamentally Italian. It's very Italian, in fact. I'm glad that United didn't get him, to be honest. They would have walked away with it if they'd have had Gareth Bale. It's so rubbish, Serie A. It's terrible. I hope this doesn't go out in Italy, because I'm... The problem with them is that from 8 years old, clubs take them on now at 8 years old, and they're children, and they remain children until they're 25, 26. It's the same with the drivers, I mean, what do you do when you've spent all your life from being 6, 8 year old, aiming to get into Formula One and be a professional racing driver, and then that doesn't happen, I think it is it's a tough call for young guys at that age.
Excuse me for a while I'm wide-eyed and I'm so damn caught in the middle.
So, Philip, what are you doing today? I do call him Philip, yeah. It's my little pet name for him, Philip. Come on, Philip, do that, Philip.
You wanna be the big playboy, huh? I'm going around with your microphone.
His fame or his, celebrity or whatever you want to call it, I don't see that. You don't with your friends, do you? You see past that. It's sometimes a bit weird when we're out places and then people come up and, they'll ask him for autographs or pictures. You have that first millisecond where you go, what are they doing that for? And they go, oh yeah, because he's a driver. Philip's quite famous in his own right. It's difficult to speak with your heart, to be honest. You can only really speak with your head. You have to deliver, but it's the same in his position, it's the same in my position, it's the same in Fernando Alonso's position, because there's so much pressure and expectation and everything that comes with that you must deliver on a day-to-day basis.
This is my 4th year. It's been really nice to try and immerse yourself into a different culture, and it takes a while as well because my Italian's not as good as it should be. Here we go. Thank you. Buon appetito. Slip in a bit of Italian, Spanish, whatever I can find that comes to my mind. Very small, piccolo, grazie. I had to find out who the drivers were before I started.
Every single race that we do is massive pressure.
Challenging from 9th position. It's true that we need to pass some people, but anything can happen. We need to do a good race and get some luck.
We have to think positive and fight. In my mind, there's a podium.
It's lights out and away we go.
Just seconds, I don't think it's fine.
Okay, we'll have a look. He's got Jenson Button in his sights now. Fernando Alonso pops himself up into 4th place. Alonso is after Nico Rosberg. Forget that. Fernando Alonso's ahead of Nico Rosberg. He's on the charge.
If you can go quicker, please go quicker. Good lad. That's a good pass.
Sometimes inside Ferrari is like Italy. Ferrari is a dream for many people.
It's got such a huge following. You go to all the countries and they've got so many fans. And I have to admit, I do feel very proud to work for them. It's just exciting.
Fernando Alonso, a decent charge from 9th on the grid, but yet still finishes a distance behind in second.
We had what you would term is a good race, but, you know, we come here to win. We come here to be 1-2, and we're not. So, you know, you go away feeling not 100% happy. The old adage is true. I don't know who said it, but they were very clever, that you're as good as your last race. And you just have to keep delivering, and if you don't, then you will get left by the wayside.